Hey y'all, I'm back. I ain't do no intro this time. I want to make sure I do it right this time. How y'all doing? Welcome to DDTS episode 596. I'm back with another video and I had to redo it again and I'm live. Hey from the SIP, how you doing? How did I do it? Did I do it right this time? How you doing from the SIP? Let me go fix me another cup of coffee. This is gonna be my third cup. How you doing from the SIP? Welcome. Damn. Promise you this is not my day. How you doing from the SIP? Hello everybody. Let me get my other cup of coffee fixed, okay? Then we gonna start. I gotta get my coffee fixed, y'all. This is my third cup. Make sure I stay on task. Well, I'm sorry, y'all. Are y'all ready? Hold on, y'all. Look this up. Okay, are y'all ready? Okay, here we go. So, welcome to DDTS episode 596. I'm back with another video. This is a live edition. Um, I don't know if y'all know or not, but I'm gonna start recording my episodes live via StreamYard. But how would y'all like that? Do y'all think that's a good idea? Because I think me recording my episodes live via StreamYard, I think that's much better for me and more convenient. Okay, I'll start doing it. I will start doing it. And I got some good news to share with y'all. So I made a short on YouTube. I made a video short on YouTube, but I'm gonna share it with you all right now. Um, so as YouTube Studio, they sent me a message through my YouTube Studio, and y'all know the analysis of your progress and everything. So how come I check my YouTube Studio thing? How about Canada is the second state or continent or whatever it is? Canada is the second place of peoples that have been watching my videos. So basically, the United States, peoples in the United States, that's the number one peoples that have been watching my videos in the United States. The second place around the world that's been watching my videos and my videos been getting viewed in is Canada. United States is the first, it's the first place, and people's viewing my videos in Canada is the second place that my videos is getting viewed in. I cannot make this stuff up if I want to. I will not make this stuff up and I won't lie to you. People's from Canada been viewing my videos. People's all over the United States, all over Canada has been viewing my videos. And another thing, do you know get and y'all won't believe what genders have been watching my videos the most that I have been seeing. A lot of people, y'all might say, oh, females been watching my videos the most. No, 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 no. It has been the males that has been watching my videos the most. And it's been people 65 and up that has been watching my videos the most. And a couple of young ones, a couple of young peoples as well that's grown up in age. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. I cannot make this stuff up. 1 second, y'all. 1 second, y'all. Okay, I'm back, y'all. So, yes, I wanted to share that with y'all before I start this topic and before we start this video. And I wanted to share that news with y'all. I'm so floored, and I'm so overwhelmed. I'm just in a good way. Thank y'all so much. But first, hit that like button, subscribe button, and the notification bell if you like this type of content. So you can be sure to start watching and enjoying the content as I make it. So now what we're gonna be doing, I'm gonna let y'all know what we're gonna be talking about today. For the ones that didn't get to see me or hear me talk about it in the beginning, we're gonna go back over it again. This is what we're gonna be talking about. DDTS 596, Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B again. The Tita drama, government shutdown, Why Did I Get Married To? Where's Janet Jackson? And Ryan Murphy Gets Called Out. Now, the Ryan Murphy T, I found that out last night. And I said, you know what? While I'm including this, I can include that Ryan Murphy T as well. So basically, I'm just gonna basically get into it. I'm just gonna elaborate on all this stuff because I want to know what's going on. I want to get my perspective on it, if I may. So are y'all ready to get into it with the tea? So we're gonna go ahead and get into Nicki Minaj and Cardi B's tea and drama. So are y'all ready? Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and get into it. So the long-standing feud between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj was resented Monday night as the rappers was head to head on social media. The drama began when 42-year-old mocked Cardi B's new album, I Am the Drama, in a series of since deleted tweets on X and accused the 32-year-old of inflating sales of her latest project. My goodness, my goodness. In screenshots of deleted posts from the complex, the Pink Friday rapper flung insult after insult at Cardi, including a post that simply read $4.99 a jab at the promotional price of Cardi's album. She called the mother of four Barney dangerous and flipped lyrics from the Bronx rapper track Magnet into a mocking of rhymes. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Minaj wrote in one post. Sugar Red looks like me. Tell the tell the rat and tell Jay-Z, Rico fraud and perjury. Whatever however she said. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Nicki Minaj. I know some of y'all listen. I know the gays and the girls is finna eat me up for this, but I am not a Nicki Minaj fan. She's not my cup of tea. She is not my cup of tea. I'm sorry. She's not my cup of tea. I'm not no Barb, and I do not want to be no Barb. Y'all gonna eat me up alive. I know. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I made a comment on Instagram this morning, minding my business, drinking my coffee, and I had a person try to come for me when I basically wrote how I felt about the situation, saying that I wasn't a Cardi, saying that I was not a Nicki Minaj fan, which I'm not. I'm not a Nicki Minaj fan, nothing personal. I just she's not my cup of tea. And I said that, I said what I said in the comment, and then somebody was like, DeAndre Marquis Dobbs, do you have all your teeth? And I was like, yes, I have all my teeth. Do you have all yours? Oh, I see you so hurt and sensitive about the comment I made. Oh, so sad. I hope you have a great day. That was my response, something like that. Like literally, I'm not finna be putting up with half of y'all mess. Y'all think y'all finna talk to me in the type of way and roast me? Oh no, honey. I can gather y'all together too, just like y'all try to gather people together. Come on now, let's be honest and let's be real. If I can gather somebody together and get them off my back. But let's go ahead and finish this article. And I will be reading the tweets to y'all and I will show them to y'all through my laptop, if I may. Falling off the charts with Big Billy, running trains, she wrote in another barefoot, still smelly. Still, you could not outsell me. Unsurprisingly, the post caught Cardi's attention, and the rapper who's never been afraid to tussle online or in person began firing back as a truffle butter rapper took shots at the Grammy winner, who quitted at one point that Minaj had interrupted her while baking ribs and blonde brownies. Wrote nothing more annoying than a broad botch. Okay, this is what Cardi wrote. Maybe I should show y'all so y'all can get a better feel of it. Cause the tea is 10. You heard me. Let me move my coffee out the way because coffee is it's too high to be wasting. So y'all can see it. This what Cardi wrote, the first thing. Okay? That's what she wrote first. Now we finna go ahead and finna see what Nicki Minaj wrote. I know this been trending a lot, so we're gonna go ahead and finish this. Then Cardi B also responds, the power I have make these itches come out of rehab every time I go to your effing room. That's another tweet that Cardi B wrote. Now let's finish going down. Cardi B began going to for post with Nicki Minaj when the letter posted on. Yes, it's wild. I'm telling you, it's something else. From the sip, I'm telling you, these girls is not playing. When the latter posted on AI generated image of Cardi B dressed as Barney, accusing her of rapping like the purple dinosaur, Cardi B posted the mugshot of Nicki Minaj's brother, Jalen Minaj, who is currently in jail for perjury for predatory assault against a 11-year-old girl with a pink wig pasted on his head. According to People, Minaj, 46, was found guilty in 2017 and sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. Ooh, yeah. Let's stop right there. Let's pause right there for a minute. You know, I forgot all about that. I forgot Nicki Minaj's brother was behind those sick acts that he was doing. He was behind those sick acts as well. So basically, maybe Cardi might have pretty much. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I will say, they're saying when you go low, I go lower. So basically, Nicki Minaj went low, but Cardi B went lower. And what gets me is this: if I'm not mistaken, then Nicki Minaj was supporting her brother through this type of act, and knowing if he done this stuff, which he allegedly did, she really did think that he was gonna get off of this. But no, if you are doing something so sick and crazy to a child that is 11 years old, predatory assault against an 11-year-old girl, you deserve to be behind those bars. You deserve to suffer the consequence that you did, that you caused to have you up in there. And then you have peoples that don't want to believe that these are type of peoples that are out here. You know what gets me? A lot of peoples will defend and will be on the side of peoples that be doing these sick acts. Then they'll rather be on these sick peoples side. They don't want to do right. They're always doing wrong. They're doing all this crazy stuff. They will be on their side in a minute. But let somebody that's doing better, that ain't in nobody business, that's got their feet on the ground, that's basically staying out the way. Those are the ones that get the worst end of the stick. But let somebody go to prison. Let somebody do this and do that. Oh, I should have been there. I should have been there. It's not his fault. He's sick. He's sick. No, 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 no. Stop making damn excuses. Because you knew the person that you was kin to and that you was related to done all this, and y'all be trying to cope for these peoples. But when peoples really, really, really need you, that's really going through something, y'all don't want to be there for them, but y'all want to be there for the knuckleheads that talk bad about y'all, that disrespect y'all, that is not going to change, that expects y'all to hold their hands 24 7,000 times. Let me just be honest, I'm just putting it out there, but if I ain't mistaken, Nicki Minaj stood by her brother too. I understand that was her brother, but if you doing stuff like that, that's sickening. I'm just saying. But let's go ahead and finish this article. Um, Cardi B followed up with a jab against Minaj for her association with her brother and husband, Kenneth Petty, who is a registered sex offender in the state of New York, served time in prison for manslaughter after being convicted in 2002. Oh, the T just be 10, don't it? I ain't trying to judge nobody. I don't judge nobody. I can't judge nobody because nobody's perfect. I know I'm not perfect. But y'all want to come for Cardi so damn bad. I don't understand why y'all hate Cardi. How some of y'all be hating on Cardi for so bad. I just don't understand. But y'all would rather, I don't know. I guess I guess it ain't for me. I guess we all have our different tastes and selections. But I'm not a fan of Nicki Minaj. I already said that. And yes, they both, from the SIP says they're both moms and need to stop. My ops can't get me activated to crash out for real. I told, like, for real, I agree with you. And I'm gonna add on to that from the SIP. Like, for real. Like, they both mamas, they both got kids. They not setting no good example for their kids. They setting a bad example. Like, these women supposed to be grown, setting good examples for their kids. Not doing this high school stuff that you do in high school. This stuff that they doing is for little kids that's in high school. These are full grown women and they going at each other's damn necks like they ain't got no damn sense. And I just don't understand it. I don't get me wrong. I love Nicki. I love Cardi B's music. And I respect Cardi B. I just don't understand why these two is going down each other's neck like this. Like, why? But let me finish reading this article. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Your man has to snatch a PUSSY. Tastes like honeycomb. Yo, bro, be touching 12-year olds. Cardi's post read, damn, she's was streaming magnet. Hard as hell, huh? She in another ex post. Wow, this is getting a little too outrageous. Cardi shut down Minaj attempts at trying to tear down her album performance, which Billboard reportedly debuted at the top of the Billboard 200 albums um charts dated October the 4th, with 200,000 equivalent albums units earned in the United States in the week ending September the 25th. Why you keep bringing my album? It's not the gag that you think it is. You've been in the game like 16 years. You need to compare yourself to your peers that started around your time, Carter wrote. She added Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake. Those are the numbers you need to be comparing with. And you can't because you're doing lower than all of them. I was in high school when you came out. WTF is comparing yourself to me for. Wow. I will agree. Cardi B definitely has a point because Cardi B is 10 years younger than Nicki Minaj. I agree with Cardi. Nicki, she does need to worry about those numbers and worry about the peoples that came out with her at that time. Because why is you so pressed that somebody else that is doing better than you that's not even focused up on you? I'm sorry, but Nicki Minaj to me, she seems like the type of person, not saying Cardi B is not, but I'm saying Nicki Minaj is basically like, instead of hating on a person because they got an album out and their album is selling really good, instead of hating on the same person, instead of hating on the same person that really wants what you got, how come y'all just can't come together, be adults, be mamas, and come face to face and talk it out like adults and squash it? Because bringing kids into this type of situation and doing this high school stuff, that's ignorant to me. And I would never understand that. So basically, Nicki Minaj has deleted her tweets. So I can't read hers. All I can read is Cardi B's. Isn't that weird and crazy? Because she has deleted hers. Minaj generally stays low key on most social media platforms, but it's noticeable more vocal on X, where she regularly shares posts from her fans, hyping up her accomplishments and projects. The mother of one of the beginnings Saturdays for the first time in months, plugging her upcoming album set to release on March the 27th, 2026. Some fans argue that the online spat was Minaj's way of garnering attention for her future release. Although she has deleted the tweets aimed at Cardi, she's kept up tweets from fans defending her, including a tweet claiming Minaj is the only female rapper to cross 200K units first week this decade. What I'm going to do, I'm going to elaborate on it. I'm seeking I find some of Nicki Minaj's tweets because I want to elaborate on it as well. Because if you going, because like if you gonna tell a story, it's best to get both spots of the story, both parts of the story. Honestly, that's how I see it. So let me see. Can I pull up these? And I not have them on here. They might have. I think I'm hidden somewhere now. It says Nicki Minaj and Cardi B's feud gets ugly as they attack each other children. This what I was looking for. What I was trying to tell y'all about. Okay, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B is changed insults about one another's kids on social media. Nicki Minaj calls Cardi B's daughter Culture Ugly, a roach, and a monkey. Tells her to abort her current pregnancy during their Twitter feud. Cardi B says Nicki's son is a nonverbal due to what is that word? To prostate usage during pregnancy by impossible or something. Wow, I'm telling y'all, this is wow. The latest beef allegedly started when Nicki Minaj posted a series of now deleted tweets about her adversary on Monday. In one, she seemingly dedicated little poem to Cardi, falling off the charts with a big belly, running trains, barefoot, still smelly. You still could not outsell me. While we're not accusing Nicki of being jealous, the timing is pretty sus given that Cardi's new album is just hit number one of the Billboard charts. Okay, I done heard enough. I done heard enough. I'm finna go ahead and elaborate on this so we can get on to this next topic. I'm basically gonna say everything that needs to be said with this article, and that is this. Nicki Minaj, she did this at a time where where Cardi B's album just hit number one, which people's is streamed to. Okay, Nicki Minaj, people saying that Nicki Minaj not doing this out of jealousy. What would you call it then? I think she's doing it to be funny. I think she's doing it because she's just not relevant and her numbers is not up what they used to be. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. What I'm apologizing for? I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not saying anything wrong. First and foremost, Nicki Minaj took it a little too far when she started talking about people's kids. That's one thing that you do not do. You do not bring nobody's kids into your mess. And another thing, y'all, they are both mamas. And they both want the same thing. They can have the same thing if they can just stop all this foolishness and be happy for one another. I'm happy for Cardi B. Honestly, I listen to Cardi B's music than Nicki Minaj because, like I said, Nicki Minaj is something about her. She's just not my cup of tea. I know the girls gonna eat me up. I know half of y'all gonna eat me up, gonna come for me. This and then the third. I really don't care, but it's my honest opinion. Nikki started this whole thing when she brought up the kids. Now Cardi B, her bringing up Nicki Minaj's brother, what him was doing to the 11-year-old girl, and her ex-husband, this and then the third, registered as a sex offender, this and then the third. Now there was a new low. Nicki Minaj scooped it low. Cardi B scooped lower. Nicki Minaj felt defeated in that moment what Cardi said, what she said. So you know what Nicki Minaj did to scoop even lower and lower and dirty, bringing up Cardi B's child culture, bringing up her kids. So what do Cardi B do? She retaliates and talks about Nicki Minaj's child. Don't think you're gonna talk about somebody else's child and they ain't gonna retaliate against yours. Like Nikki knew what she was getting herself into. I don't know why she tried it. Y'all might not agree with me, but as I'm right, as I'm wrong. But honestly, I feel like these two women need to squash this off and on back and forth stuff. All of this started with this Met Gala, and you thought that this feud that they had with this Met Gala when Cardi B came out a couple of years ago, you would think that they would squash it down, but they are still at each other's throats. We thought that was done back at the Met Gala. Nicki Minaj trying to make like that. The reason Cardi B got that knot on her head is because she hit her and some going upside her head. No, no, no. Lies, lies, lies. But if we being honest, and people say, who's the bigger person? Who's the bigger person? In my opinion, who's the bigger person? I don't think Nita is the bigger person because they are steady going back and forth. They need to bring it down and be mamas. Take care of their children. Be there for their children. And stop arguing like high school kids. Cardi B does not need to be stressing out because she is pregnant currently. And she does not need no problem. She already dealing with the news of her boyfriend, Stefan Riggins. To me, I think Nicki Minaj is just jealous that she does not have what it takes anymore. When her, Drake, Rihanna, when they was all out in the 20 teens and 11 and 12s, yes. Nicki Minaj, she was out there. She was relevant. People's was coming for her. People's was on her side. People's, you know, they effed with Nicki Minaj. Hell, you still have people's effing with Nicki Minaj. I don't. I ain't got nothing personal against her, but she's just not my cup of tea. But if we are being honest, these two women need to stop this foolishness and be mamas, be adults, and talk it out because life is too short. And since we are talking about Cardi B, I wonder what Armand Riggins have to say about this. I know he was wishy-washy, saying that he liked the Cardi B 1 minute, now he don't like her no more. But I could have sworn I heard somebody say in the video allegedly that he used to bump the Cardi B all the time. Now it's like, oh, she's not a good rapper, she can't rap, she can't do this and that. Girl, if you don't make up your damn mind and figure out who team you want to be on, so is you team Nicki Minaj now? Who team are you on? I ain't trying to be shady, I'm just being honest. But what do y'all think about this situation? Is I'm right? Is I'm wrong? Did I leave anything out? Put it in the comments what y'all think. That's just how I see it. Hey y'all, I'm gonna take a I'm gonna take a quick break, but when I come back, we are going to talk about the next topic. I'm gonna go have to go to this bathroom real quick, and I will be right back. So I'm about to play a little music till I come back, okay? Till I come back. And we will be right back with DDTS 596, live episode edition.
doubt, huh? Check it out. No diggity, no doubt, baby. No diggity, no doubt, huh? No diggity, no doubt, baby. No diggity, no doubt, huh? We in the house. Yeah, yeah. We in the house. No diggity, no doubt, baby. No diggity, no doubt, huh? Check it out. No diggity, no doubt, baby. No diggity, no doubt, huh? No diggity, no doubt, baby. No diggity, no doubt, huh? We in the house. Yeah, yeah. We in the house. No diggity, no doubt, baby. No diggity, no doubt, huh? Check it out. No diggity, no doubt, baby. No diggity, no doubt, huh? No diggity, no doubt, baby. No diggity, no doubt, huh? We in the house. Yeah, yeah. We in the house. No diggity, no doubt, baby. No diggity, no doubt, huh? Check it out. No diggity, no doubt, baby. No diggity, no doubt, huh? No diggity, no doubt, baby. No diggity, no doubt, huh? We in the house.
Okay, y'all, I am back. Welcome back to DDTS episode 596. I had to go to the bathroom, but I'm back now. All right, now we are done with the Nicki Minaj and Cardi B's topic. I don't know that I leave anything out, but if I did, just let me know. Put it in the comments. But we're gonna go on to the next topic. So here we go. We're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about the government shutdown. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this. Y'all know I'm not a fan of talking about politics, but I really feel in my heart, in my mind, that this needs to be discussed. So allegedly, it is said that the government was supposed to shut down today of 2025. And I'm going to be reading an article relating to it about the government shutting down, pretty much. It says the government shut down 2025 updates. What does it mean when the government shuts down? That's what I want to know. What happens when the government shuts down? But I will say this. I remember in high school, I was in junior, senior year of high school, even in junior high, we talked about the teachers used to tell us about what it's like when the government shuts down, this and then the third, this and then the third. I'm like, what does that have to do with us? What does that have to do with us as human beings with the government shutting down? Well, now that I'm older, I really feel like as a human being, as a human being in the United States of America, as a human being that is American, as a human being that is black and American, as a human being that is part of the black community, I really feel like this relates more to a lot of black Americans. But let me explain and hear me out. The reason I say that because a lot of people's like the stereotype about us black peoples, about us African Americans saying all we like to do is live off the government. All we like to do is live off the government. That's all we black peoples is good for. Wrong. Now I will admit there is some peoples of our community that is using the government for wrongdoing just to get benefits, and I think that's wrong. But when the government shuts down, I think it's more powerful for that. And I'm gonna say this: not just black folks have to live off the government, but you have other peoples in other communities that's living off the government. You have white peoples that probably have to live off the government that's using government assistance. You have Hispanic, Mexicans, Latinos that's using government um situations and assistance, welfare. And let me be the first to say there is nothing wrong with using like honestly, there is nothing wrong if you don't have no type of assistance. Like there's nothing to be ashamed of using government assistance. It shouldn't matter what race you are, what ethnicity you are. If you have to use government assistance and if that's all that you know, it doesn't matter if you're white, black, Hispanic, Latino, or Arab, it does not matter. If you have to use government assistance and if you are approved for it, then by means use it. If you have to use your EBT, use your EBT. If you have to use your blue Medicaid card when you go to the doctor, use that blue Medicaid card. Ain't nobody judging you because I'm pretty sure we all and everybody around the world has had that situation. Even the high class too, that has all that money, they have to go through that too. So I don't know why some of these peoples want to act like they so bougie, like they ain't never struggled before. Don't do that. Don't do that. But I'm finna read to y'all what I think what it means for the government to be shutting down. So pretty much that's what I'm gonna read into. So the brief: federal agencies have begun for lounging no central employees and suspending selected operations. Essential services like air traffic control, social security, and military duties continue without pay. Each agency follows its own shutdown plan with updates posted as a contingency mature involved. It says Republicans backed a short term measure to fund the government at current levels through November the 21st. But the Democrats blocked it, insisting it addresses their health care concerns. They want to reverse Medicaid cuts in the presidential Donald Trump's bill passed this summer and extend tax credits that lower insurance premiums for millions who buy coverage through the Affordable Care Act marketplace. Okay. Republicans called the Democratic proposal a non-sister, saying it would cost taxpayers more than 1 trillion. Neither side shows signs of budgeting. Here's what to know about the shutdown beginning Wednesday, which is today. What does it mean when the government shuts down and why? The government shutdown occurs when the Congress fails to pass all 12 appropriations bills of a continuing resolution and it temporarily maintains funding. When lawmakers finalize spending legislation. What happens in a government shutdown? With a funding, a lasting agency must aloof non-assistant employees, expected employees, those who protect life and property remain on the job but aren't paid until the shutdown ends. The White House office management and the budget begins the process in the instructing agencies that a lapse appropriations occurs and that they should intimidate orderly shutdown procedures. The memo went out Tuesday evening. The Congressional Budget Office estimates that about 750,000 federal employees could be furloughed each day of the shutdown, with their total comparison costing roughly $400 million each day. Okay, I think that's the end of that topic. So let me elaborate on it and let me run it back. So basically, what does it mean when the government shuts down? I think what happens when the government shuts down, that means it basically pauses pay. Like if you work for the government or if you work for a big company and it's related to the government, I hope I have this right. That means that you will not get paid till the government opens back up. So when the government shuts down, that means if you are on government assistance, like I said, I don't know allegedly, I don't know too good, but if you're on government assistance and the government shuts down, like if you get Medicaid, if you get Social Security, and this and then the third, and if the government shuts down, that means you won't be able to use that till the government opens up again. But let's be real. Let's be real. I'm tired of hiding this shit. I'm tired of hiding it. I'm tired of not putting it out there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. The real reason this government is shutting down, the real reason this government is shutting down today, the real reason this government is allegedly shutting down is because they is trying to distract us of the fact that they're getting close to the Epstein files. When it's getting close to revealing what's in them Epstein files, that's when they want to use this distraction. They're trying to distract everything and everybody to help everybody forget about them Epstein files. That's what it is. It's a distraction of what's going on with the government. That's why they want to put out the government shutdown because they're cracking down on them Epstein files. We know, some people's know, and there's a lot of people out here know what them Epstein files resist of and consist of. We know, everybody knows, even I know, even though I was not there. We know. So this is not a walk in the park. This isn't the first time the government has shut down, and it will not be the last time that the government shuts down. Because there's no way the government should not have money. The government should always be funded with good money to help those that really need help. But you have peoples, to me, in every community, in every wide that tries to beat the system, that tries to cheat the system. They try to say, oh, this wrong with me, this wrong with me, this wrong with me, but really there's nothing wrong. Like it's a lot of people that really needs help out here, that needs the government assistance. But really the ones that need the government assistance, they can't get the government assistance because you have peoples out here that don't even need government assistance out here doing extracurricular stuff to get government assistance and they don't need it and they in good health, if I'm saying it correctly. Like this government shutting down thing, I don't care what nobody says. This is not a walk in the park. Everybody knows that this can possibly be that the reason that this government is shut down all of a sudden because of something else that they're trying to uncover. And they're trying to use this government shutdown as a distraction to help us forget about this whole thing. I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. I'm not boo the fool. We know this. And I think it's sad that the government is shutting down. This is not the first time and it won't be the last. I remember they used to tell us about this in school. We me I was confused. Like I did not know what it meant when the government shut down. So I asked myself, say, when the government shut down, so that means no more food stamps, no more checks, no more this and that. What's going on? So basically, when the government shuts down, everything shuts down. It quits working till the government opens back up. See, I didn't know that, but now I do know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I hope I'm saying it in a right and respectful way. And like I said, these peoples in these parties, in these political parties, in these political parties, it's something I tell you. They still tweeting. From the SIP says they still tweeting at each other, and it's getting serious. OMG, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj still. Lord have mercy. I might have to go back to that then before I get on to this next topic. And I sure will do that. Matter of fact, let me go back to this topic real quick. But that's what I have for the government shutdown. I hope I worded it right. And I hope I worded it what it needs to be worded as. And I hope I broke it down for y'all good enough. What's going on here? Hold on, wait a minute. Let me exit this. Okay, let me see. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Cardi B fires back at Nicki Minaj. Wait a minute. What's the latest thing from the seal? What's the latest thing? I just typed it in and I'm looking. I'm trying to see. I know the latest thing I seen that they was attacking each other's kids. I think that's the last thing I seen. Amon Regan's page. Okay, hold on. Let me type in Amon Regan's. Cardi B and um Amon Regan's. Hold on. Let me type this in again. Um Among weekends. Okay, okay, that's what it is. That's what I'm trying. I had it typed in the wrong thing. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what it is. Is it Amon's Wiggins page on YouTube from the silk or Instagram? I'm looking online and I'm trying to see, but I'm still researching. Yeah, is it on Twitter? I don't know. Twitter. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on one second. I'm gonna have to go on my phone and look at this, okay? But I can still hear y'all. I'ma still be on here. I can still hear y'all. That's probably what I'm gonna have to do. Because I don't know if I can go on here through my laptop. Let me see here. One second, y'all. One second. Okay, okay, I'm back. I'm back. Um, I had to get on Twitter real quick, y'all, and I just listened to Amon Wiggins. Number one, I can't take his ass seriously. Number two, what in the hell is wrong with his damn voice? And number three, number freaking three, what the hell is his problem? How you gonna be Team Cardi now? You dragging Cardi through the mud? Like, what the hell is going on? I understand he's a content creator, YouTuber, and he speaks his mind. But oh my goodness, some things should be kept quiet depending on who it's talked about. Some people's need to just die down and keep it quiet and keep it mute. Because I ain't trying to be funny and I ain't trying to be mean or anything. I know I don't have no business talking about this. Everybody have a right to give their opinions. But when it comes from Amon Wiggins, I just don't understand it. Like, first of all, why you throwing Meg Thee Stallion name up? From what I read on the Twitter, he had Meg name in it. What Meg Thee Stallion got anything to do with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj? Is beyond me. Why he got his name? Why do he got Why do he got her name in his mouth? Like, Amon Wiggins, I can't take him seriously. I just can't. You know what? Let me see. Can I find his clip on Twitter? Maybe maybe that'll maybe that'll help. I don't know. Shit, I don't know. My thing is this. I really don't know what to say on that. It's crazy. I'm just gonna say I really hope that these two, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, resolve this and they need to calm themselves down because they got kids taking jabs at each other's kids, this and that and the third. It's taking it a little too far. I'm just gonna say that. And on that note, I'm gonna move on to the next topic. And if I find out anything else and somebody includes anything else, I will talk about that. Cause child, who Lord, this shit so hot got me sweating. But let's go ahead and get on to the next topic. I hope I included everything that there is to include. And then we're gonna be honest. If Cardi B was not pregnant, she'll basically beat the hell out of Nicki Minaj. Let's just be real. She would beat the hell out of her. And she would dog walk Nicki Minaj ass. And she would dog walk Armand Riggins too, if it ever came to it. I'm just being honest. But we're gonna go ahead and get on to the next topic. So I got news that was shared to me before I started my live earlier today. And that is this. Why did I get married again, or whatever, whichever the name is. Why did I get married again? It's another Why Did I Get Married that's supposed to be coming out. It's gonna be starting. I think it's gonna have the same peoples that was in Why Did I Get Married 1 and 2, but the guy that played Gavin, Malik Yoba, he won't be in it. Taraji P Henson gonna be in it. Jill Scott gonna be in it. Um, I don't know, is Michael Thomas gonna, whatever his name is, the guy that played Mike. I don't know, is he gonna be in it? The guy that played George. Mostly the cast that was basically in 1 and 2, they basically gonna be in it, but it's also got some new peoples. It's got Taraji P Henson and it's got other peoples. But the question is, a lot of peoples was asking, and I was asking too in the comments, and I asked one of my greatest friends that that was shared to me, because I'm not gonna put out no, I'm not gonna, you know, I don't wanna call nobody out. I don't wanna, you know. I was like, where is Janet? Like they asked her, like, where is Janet Jackson? Where is Patricia? Where is Janet? And some people were like, she's not on this one because she was on tour or this and then the third. And, she's an artist. She's one of the biggest superstars that it is in the world. I can't wait to watch it when it comes out. I'm definitely going to watch it. Y'all know I don't go to movies. I do not go to the movies. I don't believe in going to movies. I love watching movies when they come out. I do not like the movies. The movies give me so much anxiety. It really does. I'm not a movie fanatic, but I'm starting to start back to watching movies. But I'm saying I do not want to go to the actual movies. That's what I'm saying. But the question is, where is Janet? Where was Janet? You got Jill Scott, you got Tasha Smith, Michael Jamal White, no, Makai Jamal, the one that played Marcus, Troy, Mike, um, Terry, which was Tyler Perry, and you got Diana, who was played by Sharon Neal, and so many others. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wow, like I never would have imagined um seeing this, and Janet Jackson is not part of the scene. Hopefully, because it was supposed to be The Rock. It was supposed to be The Rock and Janet Jackson, but I don't know where they at. So maybe will they make a guest appearance? Will they make a cameo appearance? I really don't know, but hopefully they do. I don't know how it's gonna be, but I'm so excited. I'm ready to see it. And just when I thought Tyler Perry was done for, he seems to make his way back on the scene and continue to work like there's nothing that has been happening. And basically, with all these allegedly lawsuits that he is getting thrown his very way, his name getting dragged through the mud, and people still want apologies for him. There's been 14, 15 years that they claim, 16, 17 years overdue, that they pretty much ain't gonna get at this very moment, because really feel that Tyler Perry can care less, this and that and the third. So yeah. So that's it for that topic. What do y'all think? I love Why Did I Get Married and Why Did I Get Married to. And while we are on it, let me just recap on this. And I'm just gonna say this and then we're gonna move on to the last topic. Angela was really Sheila's truest and realest friend. Trent, okay. Angela was really Sheila's truest and realest best friend, because with everything Angela had going on in her life and in her marriage, Angela might have been hitting that ball a little too much. But one thing about Angela, she peeped out the bullshit. She basically peeped out the bullshit with Trina and Mike. When Angela says, when Trina was like, I'm going to stay out here and hang with the boys, Angela says, "Oh no, you're gonna bring your ass in the kitchen so I can see you. Get your ass in here." And when Angela said, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. The main reason she don't want no other man is because she's sleeping with yours. Sheila did not want to believe it, but he admitted it himself. Angela had Sheila's back. Patricia didn't have her back. Diane didn't have her back. Who else? 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 Just didn't. You know what I'm saying? Angela was really Sheila's truest and only friend. That's just how I see it. Cause I seen that movie plenty of times. Honestly and for real. And that's how I see it, and that's how I feel about that. But we're gonna go ahead. What do y'all think about that opinion and about that subject? Put it in the comments. And I'm sorry if I'm skipping around. But we're gonna go ahead and get into this last topic, and then that will be that. But how I'm doing so far? Are y'all enjoying the live so far? Okay, let me get into this last one. Who would have known that this is? I'm telling you, I love doing what I do. Okay. Um, Ryan. Okay, here we go. So here we go. Ryan Murphy gets called out. This is the last topic. Hold on, y'all. This is the last topic. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, let's go ahead and get back into this. Okay, let's go ahead and get back into this last topic. Welcome back. I hope you all have enjoyed this wonderful show that I have provided for you all. And I hope y'all enjoyed this wonderful show that you all have helped me to provide the fans, the supporters, everything. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get into this last topic so we can elaborate on it and this and that and the third. Ryan Murphy gets called out. Ryan Murphy has faced multiple calls for accountability, particularly regarding his silence on transphobic attacks and his involvement in productions during the Donald Trump's administrations. Indiana Moore, a former cast member of Murphy's show Pose, which is one of my favorites to this very day, and I will continue to love it, criticized him for not speaking out on the treatment of the trans community and for the show's handling of the topic. Moore's comments were made during an emotional live Instagram, where she expressed her frustrations and called for Murphy's to address the racism, violence, and the targeting of trans peoples on his productions. Additionally, Murphy has been criticized for filming American Horror Story during a writer's strike and has raised concerns about his role in the industry during a time of significant labor disputes, incidents, and being discussed in various medias. Outlets highlighting and ongoing tensions and the entertainment industry and need to transparency for accountabilities and creators. Okay, that is the article. Now it's time for my liberation, not liberation, for my um elaboration, for me to vent about this. And let me put this up one more time so y'all will know what we are talking about. This is the last topic, you all. We're talking about Ryan Murphy now. Let's go ahead and elaborate what I just read. So basically, the star of Pose, Indiana Moore, a former cast member of Pose, which is one of my favorite shows, by the way. I love the show Pose. Now, if you ain't watched Pose, Pose is a setting and it circulates around a lot of transgender women and people of color, of transgender women in the African American and Latino community, black and brown. If you know, you know. Think about Hector Extravaganza. He is the now that is his show. He was the producer of Pose. He the one came up with it. And when I think of Pose, I think of ballroom. I think of voguing. I think of so many powerful lessons and topics that was discussed in that show. I love Pose. And I think Pose is one of the most important and one of the most powerful shows when it comes to learning about the history of transgender women in ballroom and voguing. Not only was Pose a show about transgender men and women, but also Pose basically represented the community, the LGBTQ community, where black and brown peoples and Hispanic peoples and peoples of color had to go through. It basically teaches lessons about if you're not careful sexually, and if you are not being careful, and if you're not discussing your status sexually, if you're not telling peoples about your status when it comes to being with them sexually, you will definitely, you know, get, you know, basically the outcome when you're not honest with one another. But what I love about Pose, I love that Pose was and is the shows a great reputation of transgender women and transgender peoples around the world. That's why I loved it so much because transgender peoples were able and are able to be seen and are able to be heard and are able to be, paid attention to, recognized for some of the history and a lot of history that is heard. Now, when I think of, transgender peoples in our community, I think of T.S. Madison, I think of M.J. Rodriguez, I think of Dominique Jackson, I think of this lady, um Adiana Moore. I think of Janet Murlock, who was the creator of Pose. And for Ryan, I will elaborate on this. Now, the comments that Adiana Moore made, and I saw this last night, I kind of feel her on this. I feel like Adiana Moore. I feel Indiana Moore. I feel her. I understand her frustrations because why Ryan Murphy, from what I understand, he is part of the LGBTQ community. I thought he was part of the LGBTQ community. But let's be honest, he's part of the LGBTQ community, but let's be real, he's not part of our LGBTQ community. And when I say our LGBTQ community, I'm talking about the black and brown LGBTQ community, the peoples of color LGBTQ community. That's what I'm talking about. Because I feel like this, if you are a part of the LGBTQ community, you're part of the gay community, allies, this and that, in the third. I really feel if you really care about your workers and if you really cared about your peoples within the community, Ryan Murphy should have doubled down, stepped up as an adult, stepped up as a human being that he claims that he are, stepped up as a person that claims that he is an equal opportunities, and stand up for the transgender peoples, women and men that was getting targeted, harmed, unalive, and treated badly, and dealing with the racism because of how they want to live and who they are inside. I don't know how many times that I have to explain this, but transgender peoples, men and women, are part of our community too. They are part of our community too. And they have just as much opportunity, equal opportunity in everything to express how they feel and stand up for what they and for what we all believe in as peoples and as a community. And I agree with Adiana. How come Ryan Murphy is not standing up and he's sitting back being quiet and being silent? Well, I tell you why. During the writer's strike, what I just read, he basically was still writing and filming and doing all the stuff when this strike was going on. And he was doing this during the Donald Trump administration. So does that mean is Ryan Murphy a Trumper too? Is he a Trumper too? Is he a part of the administration? I would have thought Ryan Murphy would have stood up and stood for his peoples that worked for him, that he would take care of them. And that's the thing. Well, like what I said in the beginning of my live, when I said I was going to talk about this is what I'm going to say, and this is the truth, how I'm going to say it. And if y'all don't agree with me, then that's so be it, and that's totally fine. The only time when black and brown peoples in our LGBTQ community, in our black and brown community, the Hispanic community, the only time, people of color community, the only time when we matter to these damn peoples, and if it's involving money and putting money in their damn pockets. They want to make money off of us, but when it comes to real issues that we have to face in our own community, in our lives, they want to sit back and be quiet and not do shit and not want to help us. But us as the black and brown community and LGBTQ community, you know what they say about us black folks? We always helping other peoples. We always, with the kindness of our heart, helping other peoples out here in the Hollywood world. I'm not in the Hollywood world, but you get what I'm saying. Black and brown peoples of our community, the gay community, LGBTQ community, peoples of color community, always helping other peoples when they're going through what they're going through. But when it comes to the black and brown peoples of the LGBTQ and gay community, in the transgender community, these people, they want to be silent and they don't want to do shit. But when it comes to them making money off of us, when it comes to them wanting peoples such as black and brown peoples, men and women, transgender men and women of the gay community, Hispanic men and women, black and brown, playing in their stuff. The only reason that we matter to them and when we matter to them and is if we making money for them. They are getting a check off of these black and brown actors and actresses in the black and brown community, Hispanic community, transgender community, black and brown, all. I don't mean to overreact, but it's the truth. So basically, that basically says Ariana, who played Angel on Pose, she got a point. So that basically says Ryan Murphy didn't give a damn about his workers. He didn't give a rat's ass about his workers. As long as they were making his money for his ass, he didn't give a shit about them. He didn't give a rat's ass about these women. He did not give a damn. Out of all these attacks that has been happening to transgender men, to transgender women, transgender peoples all over the world that is part of our community, not one time have I seen Ryan Murphy spoken up or even came to these men and women's defenses at all. And the fact that he was still doing this writing during the strike basically raises questions. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Ryan Murphy has made some really good shows, but this was before I knew that he was like this. I did not know allegedly he did not speak up on transgender problems that the transgender men and women, the transgender peoples in our community faced. And I'm going to say this. I'm a gay black man. And I'm part of the LGBTQ community. I'm a black gay man. And I'm a part of the LGBTQ community. But you know what? I might be black and I might be gay. In fact, I know I am. And I embrace the skin that I am. And I embrace myself and I love myself. But one thing that I will do, I will stand up for the peoples of my community. I will stand up for my transgender brothers and my transgender sisters. I will stand up for my transgender brothers and sisters because you know why? Because they're part of our community. Transgender peoples in our community, they're some of the most toughest, such are the most big-hearted peoples that you can ever find, and some of the most toughest peoples that you will ever meet. Some of the most sweetest peoples that you will ever meet because they're part of our community. If they can stick up for us, if they can stick up for us gay men, how come we as gay men and gay peoples of the LGBTQ community stick up for our transgender brothers and sisters and family members? How come we can't do the same for them? I think I'm doing my part when I'm speaking on their behalf, my behalf, and whoever behalf that stands with transgender brothers and sisters. Because I do, because they are part of our community. And I'm hoping that I'm wording this right. When I think of an activist, a powerful activist in the transgender community, in our community, the LGBTQ community, the gay community, I think of T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison is such a tough, beautiful, bright light. And she is the voice of the transgender community. T.S. Madison has made so much history and she has done so much for our community. She is truly one of the best. I love T.S. Madison. I love all of my transgender brothers and sisters. I love everybody. I was always raised and taught to raise. I was always taught and raised to love everybody and accept everybody and don't judge. And I, for one, I'm not going to judge. And I will say this, and I'm speaking my truth. Ryan Murphy does need to take accountability. If he claims that he cares about his workers so good, his transgenders workers, brothers and sisters, part of this community, he could have been and had them taken care of. But the fact of the matter is, he wants to be silent. There's no time to be silent. Ain't no need of speaking up on it when the action is study happening to our transgender brothers and sisters. There's no need to speak up on it then. Speak up on it while they're still here. That's just how I see it. I know I might not be making any sense, but y'all get what I'm saying. I'm just trying to, put it out there. And I don't blame Indiana Moore, Adiana. She basically speaking her truth. And I know a lot of people saying that she was part of a Trumper too. I don't know nothing about that. I really don't know. Did she vote for him? I don't know. Did she vote for the administration of that individual? I really don't know. But what I'm saying is I am for what's right. And I am for everybody in my community, in our community, in the transgender community. I'm for everybody getting what they deserve, and that's equality. Because transgender men and women, transgender women mostly, are the ones that's be getting are the ones that's been getting on the live, the ones that's been getting mistreated, the ones that's been getting tortured the most, disrespected, misgendered, and all of that. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this: all the transgender women that has been getting treated bad are the women of color, black and brown women and women of color that is transgender that has been getting mistreated, unalive, taken away too soon. And I'm so sick and tired of people's trying to be misgendering peoples in our community and know that it's not like what they like to be called. Like, don't do that. That's not nice. That's not cool. That is disrespectful. If you are a person that claims to love everybody, you must treat everybody with respect and stand up for what you believe in and not what you don't. Even if that is against your religion, you don't say nothing. Just go on and mind your business and let peoples and let everybody do what they want to do and live how they want to live because this is a free country. And that's what I want to say. And that's what I want to get off my chest. And that's how I feel about this whole situation. And that's going to be my episode for today, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be back with another episode soon as possible. I hope y'all enjoy. Put in the comments what did you think about today's episode of DDTS 596 Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B. What did you think about my opinion on the government shutting down? What did you think about on why did I get married? Why did I get married? Um, the tea behind that and the other topics. What do you think about that? But I will say this. This will be the last episode of DDTS. This is the episode. This is the ending of DDTS. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with another video soon as possible. And again, I will be filming my episodes live via StreamYard, so feel free to come in and join me. And if you're not able to watch the live, you can always watch the replay. Thank y'all so very much. And also, y'all, again, I will share this news with y'all again. You can even go on and watch my short video. I, Canada, peoples in Canada, my videos was getting viewed in Canada as the second worldwide place that my videos was getting viewed in. United States is the first place that my videos was getting viewed in. I saw it in my analysis on YouTube Studio. Canada is the second place around the world that my videos was getting viewed in. United States was the first. And I think I'm doing something right. I must be doing something right for my videos to be getting viewed the way they're getting viewed. I want to say thank each and every one of you that have made my content so wonderful. Thank y'all for the love, for the support, chiming in, kind words, and everything. And for the new peoples that have entered into my path, entered into my corner in my life, I love y'all so dearly. Thank you so very much. And I will talk to y'all later, and that will be the episode of DDTS 596. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know what you guys think. I really want to say I love y'all and I thank y'all. God bless y'all, and I'll see you soon. I love y'all and thank you, and bye bye.